So this is just an overview of what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the different types of OCDs in dogs. We're going to talk about how and why they arrive. We're going to talk about the medical rule-outs, because there are some. You know, you can be completely fooled if you think every dog that runs around in a circle has an OCD. Some of them might have a brain tumor or some neurological problem. We're going to talk about the behavioral treatment and the pharmacological treatment, what works, what doesn't, what the outlook is, what you could reasonably tell a person whose dog was engaged in one of these, and I'm going to do a couple of case reports. The prevalence, read the second bullet point first. This condition affects, the average figure is people quote, 2.5% of the global population of human beings. And read the top bullet, it's about 2 to 5% of a veterinary behaviorist caseload is a true OCD. The cause, which we are getting very close to, is that there is a genetic susceptibility to it. And this makes sense because when you think about it, different dogs do different OCDs. And you know, when I did my behavior boards, they had a list of OCDs on the right-hand side of the page, a list of dog breeds on the left, and you had to draw lines. You know, bull terrier, tail chasing, Doberman, flank sucking, and you know, you had to sort of complete the dots. So there are sort of breed-specific things, and we actually have just found, very proud to boast, that we've just found the gene that causes blanket sucking and flank sucking in Dobermans. I could tell you what chromosome it resides on. I can tell you exactly where on the chromosome it resides. I can tell you the exact intron of the exact gene that it resides on. And that gene on that particular chromosome maps to human chromosome 18 because the dog genes aren't necessarily on the same number chromosomes. So on chromosome 18 in humans, chromosome 18 is known in molecular genetics as the, quotes, psychiatric chromosome. All the psychiatric diseases ride on that chromosome. So our Dobermans are riding on the human thing, and we think that our discovery in Dobermans that we're going to write up in Science, we think that it's going to help the human OCD gene project to know better where to look, you know, in this particular region of chromosome 18 in a huge multi-million-dollar study that's ongoing right now. So us little vets with our little dogs have made a contribution to human medicine in terms of the understanding the genetic underpinnings of OCD, which I think is fantastic. So behavioral treatment, I mean, always, I mean, I think absolutely fundamental with everything that I've ever said, it isn't just a matter of a pill. I mean, even in humans, we were talking this morning, and if you were a person with compulsive hand washing, there's no point in somebody coming along and giving you electric shock therapy. There's no point in electrifying the taps to try and stop you doing it. If you stop a dog that really has this behavior, like a bull terrier on this next tape, if I can show you, if you hold him when he's trying to do it, he'll get very anxious and struggle, may even snap at you, so that he can get back into the behavior. It's kind of like he's driven. And, you know, it's a sort of hallmark of them, and they're doing it in this higher arousal situation. But in people, you go in with a true OCD, there's only two treatments. One of them is cognitive therapy, and the other, which is telling you this is unreasonable. You know, for people who have concerns about germs and dirt, which is one of the big ones, part of the cognitive therapy might be put your hands on the toilet seat, put the hands on your face. Put the hands on the toilet seat, put the hands on your face. I went down to the OCD clinic at McLean Hospital, and there's all these people who do not respond because they don't all respond to everything they've thrown at them. They've had cognitive psychologists working with them, they've had psychiatrists working on them, they've been on every drug, and they're not responding to anything. They become inpatients in this little house on the McLean campus. And they still go trying the therapy, and I'm looking at the notes on the door to remind Ralph, you know, Ralph, remember, I will kill one spider every day. I felt sorry for the spider, you know. Let a spider, if you wish to live and thrive, let a spider run alive. But, you know, so there's cognitive therapy, but you don't have cognitive therapy with dogs. Now, listen here, Mr. Tail-Chasing Border Terrier, this is really, you know, a silly thing to be doing when really you should be doing something else.